Hi, Loveland. I pray all is well with you. I wanted to come in and, excuse me, give some encouragement or advice from my experience. No matter what people do to you in life to try and stop or block your blessings, your achievements, your forward movement, it can't be stopped. It can't be blocked. What God has orchestrated and ordained over your life, no man can stop it. The only thing that can be done and will be done if you are not in the right mind space is it will be delayed. Your mindset and what you allow other people to convince you to believe is the only thing that can stop what you are destined to have. They don't want me to tell it, y'all, but I'm going to do it because I've lived the proof. I've loved people who only purpose in my life was to stop me from getting to where God had already ordained me to be. And for a very long time they did, because I loved stronger than my sight, if that makes sense. I allowed my love to be stronger than the truth. The way I was able to see the truth and finally come into clarity of the truth is that I had to separate myself from all the things that I was overlooking for love, loyalty, being loyal to people and overlooking the fact that they weren't loyal to me. Loving people out of my sense of loyalty and overlooking that I was not receiving any love back. When you separate yourself and then you go inward to recognize the whys and why nots, the truth of what is and isn't being reciprocated from people, and get out of the mindset of I'm a victim, they hurt me, they did this, they did that. No, they may have, they did, but we allow it when we refuse to see it, when we refuse to walk away from it, when we refuse to step back and take an inner look of what was I giving that I didn't receive? Why was I giving and willing to accept not receiving? And what do I really want from me? What do I really deserve? Do I deserve to receive back what I'm giving? Or am I really giving nothing? You receive the energy that you give. But what we do is we look for that energy to come back from people who was never giving it. You can have people loving you all around you, and you'll never recognize it as the love you're giving because you're looking for it to come from someone who never had it for you. So if you want your life to change, if you want your situation to change, if you want to beat those addictions you can't seem to let go of, if you want to get out of this cycle of toxicity or this cycle of things just seemingly going wrong. Separate yourself and go inward. Tell those people you always say yes to no, and see if they treat you differently. Test the spirit of the people around you. Don't always be so quick to say yes to people who live to say no. Or people you'll help without a word, but when you need help, you got to go through a lecture. Why? Ever ask yourself why? It's not always just, oh, this is for your good. No. If I help you without changing words because I love you just that much, I should be able to get that same thing from you. And if not, it's time for me, not them, me to reevaluate the relationships I have with those people. And that's just what I did. It didn't matter who they were, friends, family, co-workers, strangers, it didn't matter. I set boundaries when I decided to change my life, and the things that I changed in my life, I didn't allow those friends, those families, those co-workers, or anyone else to do those things in my company, because I'm not involved in that anymore. When you set boundaries, you create protection, and you also bring in clarity. If you're the life of the party, then you'll always be invited. Not because of your energy or just who you are as a person, but it's what you're bringing to make the party successful. Recognize the people in your life. Recognize your position and recognize the position that you allow people to put you in. Okay? You are the most important thing in this world to you, and you can never be the most important thing to anyone else until you are that to yourself. It's going to take a lot of tears. It's going to be lonely, but understand you're never alone. Okay? You're never alone. God is a present help. God is a present help. He's always with you. All right? And when you're not sure and you're confused, take the time to ask the questions. They say don't question God, and how are you going to get the answer? That's the only way you're going to get clarity. You pray to ask for clarity. You meditate, sit still, calm your mind, quiet your mind to get the answers. You can only get the answers when you're still. Okay? Still and alone, so you're not distracted by anyone else's energy or anyone else's words or actions. Healing is the best thing you can do for you. And when you start to heal yourself, you'll notice that the people who are not good for you, that can no longer control you, that can no longer convince you to do things their way, will either become a conflict or a memory. Either way, it's your win. I hope this blessed you. I hope this brought some clarity. I hope this brought a moment of, that makes sense. Okay? I love you. And it's time for you to love yourself like you've loved everyone else. Blessings to you always.